So, this was a quick 4 days romp on my third ever trip to Singapore. All kinds of foods, walking around, going to some sites. I just recorded everything, history, let's do it. It's kind of cool actually, I've never crossed this border. Malaysia, Johor Bahru into tiny micronation island of Singapore. First, it's fancy. Can't really afford these kind of places. Allah Akbar. Or is island on the bridge back there, Johor Bahru. Very big buildings. It's a big city actually, Malaysia. And yeah, they used to be connected in the British times. All British Malaya, and then when Malaysia got its independence, they were together for a bit, and then some things happened in Singapore. It's like, we're going independent, and been a pretty successful place since then, 1960s, something like that. Interesting place, one of the smallest countries in the world. This is my first time doing that process. Electronic scan of the passport, pulling your bag through like the airport. 1965 is when Singapore became an independent country after 23 years of the Federated States of Malaysia. When they were with Malaysia after their independence. I don't know what the beef was, what exactly happened, but Singapore has a mostly Chinese ethnic population. They were, I believe, before Georgetown, British's first colony in this region. Georgetown, Penang, I think was the second, but Singapore was number one, 1812. Mr. Sir Raffles still speak good English. It's a mixed society, saw a lot of ethnic Indian people with the sheep sign on their head. I've seen so much. And yeah, here we go. Story of this experience. We're just on a road. There was no big Singapore flag or anything. That's disappointing. Countries usually do that. Maybe they don't want to be too boisterous. There's lots of rules. No chewing gum, no alcohol, no cigarettes, chewing gum. No chewing gum allowed here. No spitting on the street or littering. Huge fine. And any illegal drugs, including cannabis, Thailand and American people, where it's legal, you can get executed, which is really crazy.
And if you lied about your health on the arrival card, you can go to jail for 6 years.
That's crazy. But it's a place where
But even a steal.
things seem to
If
work,
you steal,
man.
also something bad happens.
It's a modern place. Happy to be back. First time in 6 full years. First time I came was 8 years old. Big apartment buildings again. We haven't been around this in a while.
Yeah,
Big buildings. Big city life. Especially the past month, but really, actually, no, that's not true. Bangkok is a big.
even
big
Hua
city,
Hin have the big
but- Oh, Hua
buildings.
Hin.
Yeah, 30. Our building has like
Yeah. Okay, we're in that proper bar. Watching sports in there. I can't really tell what it is. Oh, rugby. Interesting. Mooloolah bar. I haven't seen a proper bar in a while either.
Ain't that for sure?
There's a bunch of
Oh, it's closer from here.
outdoor restaurants coming out. And different ethnic things.
It was closer to here.
Mooloolah bar. Some guy was open. I should have took a video of it. He was so friendly. He was from KL originally. Him and his son working. This is preserved vegetables and braised pork. I found a Singapore meal. No beer available, but I found one. I love places like this. They close early though, at 10 or so, and he had one more thing left that is incredible. Just thought of something else. First time having pork in over a month.
Wait, how much was this also?
$5 Singapore each.
$4.
Whoa. So
$3.80
$3.80 US.
for one.
That's what I'm talking about. fat chunks of braised pork, white rice, few pieces of vegetable like spinach looks like.
I don't know. Asian vegetable. So
They taught me how to say it in Chinese and I already forget. Da PGO. Just made the cutoff. 10:30 p.m. These places stop selling beer. It tastes different than Malaysia. Snake Tiger brewed in Malaysia. Oh man.
But the price comes with that, so.
But it's a little expensive, more than it used to be.
Well, yeah.
Not by much.
It's not. That's $6 for one
I
beer.
love a big beer. Big glass bottle. Boli. We just got here. We found some food at the last minute. Found some beer at the last minute. Now we're gonna get to our place where we're staying a couple days. Yamsing.
So I'm thinking there might have been a bucket deal.
The girl's from Myanmar, and I said I'm trying to practice my Chinese. And they were helping me pronounce things. She knew she was practicing too, so it was kind of cool. Everyone's been friendly. There's a big group over here. All these guys, you got a beer? Yeah, they're closing soon. From the jungle, bunch of bars. Our place is right here. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Okay. Excited. I found my old favorite from India, Goa. Kingfisher Strong. Actually, it's from Bangalore. But there's a new rule in Singapore since I last been here. 10:30 p.m. Can't buy from the store anymore. Alcohol. So you gotta go out here and spend like $9 for a drink.
More.
What in the world? This is not my style. Yeah, that's crazy. I've been here twice and I don't remember that. I remember going to the store like at midnight. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it existed. I know they like to keep things. Wow, that's a really big building. That's unfortunate, man. Wow.
2015, so you didn't.
Maybe I was wrong. 2015 that started. So they want to make people Lamborghini. That's crazy.
It's on a lease.
I love the Lamborghini. That's my favorite car. Actually, a white one though.
It's on a lease. Like everybody is on.
They got some interesting people around too. This I appreciate. I've seen way too many crazy things. Moment of anger that I've even been involved in. Lifetime of regret. 2 years of prison or 5,000 Singapore dollars fine. And or. That's crazy. Yeah, this area is, I don't know. It's awesome. 7-Eleven not selling alcohol after 10:30. That's blasphemy.
More.
That's blasphemy. I know.
But the 7-Eleven is
No, it wasn't. We found a little Chinese spot to get some baijiu. So this is like the original harbor of Singapore from a long time ago, like 1825, something crazy like that. 200 years old. 1820? Forget. That's kind of cool. Okay. Woshi Wan baijiu, Zhongwen baijiu, sorghum. Well, the guy didn't know what percent this was. If I'm gonna come down here, might as well try something different instead of going to an Irish bar where you get the same kind of thing. Shoji, xie xie. Trying to sell me flowers. Mayo, Wuxi Wan. Okay. Yamsing, Ganbei, baijiu straight from China. That's not too strong. Yeah. It's okay. 40%, I think. 40%. Yeah. Drink off. Anyways, this area is the most historic area of Singapore, 200 years old, where Singapore first harbor was. Kind of crazy. We found like a cool area, Georgetown since 1986. It's kind of cool. They have great happy hours that are until like 1 p.m. The woman told me. Some of them are until 8 p.m. It's not that expensive. These are
11
craft beers that I've never seen, brewed in Singapore. Why not? We're only here once.
Because in Bangkok, you pay 8 for the small glass of craft beer. So I think this is still better because it's full pints. So I recommend Georgetown.
We love Georgetown.
Craft beer.
All right, I'm kind of tired.
Oh, there is
The last
Australian
place. Older than I thought. 1819. Certain raffles landed here. Actually, I've never seen them before. That's kind of cool. and the water there. All the way from, I don't know, England originally, but probably from, who knows where he came from. But that's kind of crazy. Raffle, that's the flowers named after him we just saw. Started Singapore. Second time, only second, that I found my old favorite beer.
Wow, how much?
Pabst Blue Ribbon that I used to get for like 50 cents a can in Portland, Oregon. Even at the bar, it was like $1 for the tall can.
It was a brown bag.
Back in the day. Here it is 10 Singapore dollars.
$7.62, but I mean it's from America. That's pretty far.
Imported, $7.62 for
well,
such a.
tax and import on the, but I mean it's far.
I need to enjoy this.
It's far.
Wow, I don't even remember that.
That's better than paying.
That's weird.
That's better than paying double
Goes down
that
so smooth.
for.
Oh, I love Pabst.
Wait, that's better than paying.
Wait, man, let me enjoy my Pabst. What are you talking about? Sorry. I'm talking about the taste. It's so crisp and smooth. It's better than paying what?
It's better than paying for a beer that's local, which is Tiger, and it's like. Are you kidding me?
Oh, it just stopped. Why at 2:45 a.m.? That's interesting.
Oh, what time?
2:45 a.m. The
Get
clock
out of
went
here,
on.
2:45. Go to bed, you assholes.
Just missed the old clock tower going. That was cool.
My
Dun, dun, dun,
friend's
dun.
grandma had a clock.
Dun, 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 dun. What is that over there?
And those grandmas-
What animal?
Anyways, doesn't even-
Cats? Actually, I have no idea. Ah, what a crazy night. It's been very interesting.
I don't
There's
know.
that
Maybe
cool
I'm in the
building.
wrong area, but we
I
stayed
don't
here
know.
in 2019, and I think this is
Ah.
different.
It's
Sorry.
alright, it's alright.
It
We just
doesn't
went to
matter.
an Indian place that was kind of fun.
Well,
Had
yeah,
some good vibes.
But they weren't from India.
There,
But
the
it doesn't
woman
matter.
was, but
It doesn't actually matter.
it's a money place, man. They're all about money. They want your money. They want to see how much money you got. They want to know why
Okay,
you're
here's the
here.
thing. In America, we tip the
What are
rippers.
you doing
we
here?
tip the rippers $1.
Spend your
Here,
money,
they don't
god
even
damn
take
it.
their clothes off, and I gotta tip them 10
Right?
bucks.
She was asking us to
Yes,
give money to the
$10. I
fucking.
gave her
She was
$10
asking us to give
fucking
money to the
for
women.
nothing.
These
No,
fucking
no,
guys
no,
down
no.
here, man.
I'm gonna say it was not a strip club. It was a person that was dancing in Bollywood. I gave her 10 fucking dollars.
At the Red Zone, our little hip little hostel right now. We got some group of African older people. Oh, excuse me. There's a couple floors. We got some young Europeans staying in here, as always. You see everywhere traveling. Cool group of African people. They might be from France or speak French, but a lot of people from Africa speak French. And yeah, last night got a little later than we anticipated. This street and area is pretty crazy, and around the block too. We went to a Chinese spot where I tried some really expensive baijiu from China. I think we gotta go this way. Then we found this craft beer spot, really cool Vietnamese girl was working, that was super nice. And then a bunch of interesting, crazy stuff happened. We ended up going to this other spot, that was fun with some music, some people playing darts, and then an Indian spot at the end. Different vibe down here. They have some Korean food, business people speaking Chinese, English. There's the Irish bar. Anyways, everything was really expensive last night. We kind of went for it. Oops, excuse me. I'm bumping into people. But yeah, the last place of the night was super interesting. They had these girls. They weren't really Indian, I don't think, but they're dressed like it. I don't know what they could have been. I don't know. But they were like young girls. They were like dancers inside this place. And it was like 3 a.m. They like dance around you. And you have to tip them.
3:30 was closing.
And the place before that, we just passed. These young British dudes, they were Burger King. They were throwing darts. They made 2 bullseyes in a row, and they had my favorite snack, Takis. Yeah, big buildings here. And yeah, we went to like 4 spots. What can you do? Let's go now. Art, huge buildings, business people everywhere. This is something. These are more people all around us right now than we're on that whole island where we just were. And you gotta look out where you're walking. Business district, people having business meetings, thinking about all kinds of crazy things that I have no idea about. Banking and different foreigners coming here, meeting with people. Huge ass skyscrapers. Capitalism, baby, of Singapore. Kinds of corporations and banks and different things from different countries, including ByteDance or BitDance from China that made TikTok, Douyin. I guess, is that huge building their office? That'd be crazy. Could possibly. I think so. Wow. TikTok Singapore employs that many people. They got the business Singapore news in all the languages. That's Tamil. We got English here. The Malaysian stock market fakes this bleak outlook. And we got Chinese here. And I'm by the door, so time to go. That was kind of cool. Cool. Green building with trees built into it in the middle, kind of. Maybe somewhere for the office people to hang out. All right, we found a cash exchange place that was very difficult. It has to be in like a single area, I guess.
It's in the arcade building if anyone doesn't do it at the airport.
Hello, Rugrats rap. All right, next. Another interesting concept. Look at palm trees all up on the side right there. Green building. I like the pillars too. That's kind of cool, man. All the pillars. Ooh, that green hanging off of it. I like that. Like this, endless food everywhere. All right, we're looking for something specific. That one looks good. Oh, crazy. Who would have known this up here is all up here? Ah! Ah! There's a place I wanted to go. Oh, I didn't know I was still recording. Since 1965. Yeah. Michelin, all those years. I don't know which one I'm gonna get. Oh man, I love that. That was curry. I also love that one. Oh man, I don't know what one. 60 years anniversary. She's working it back there. Can't wait to try this. Get that one. Noodle bowl. Little mix of everything. So nice. 60 years anniversary place. Yeah. Oh. 1965. That looks amazing. Sure, noodle. Is there wontons in there? Oh, the wontons are in here. That's right. Okay, the wontons are in there. This is the noodles. The crispy. Wow. Super nice lady since 1965. Cajun Noodle House. Let's try the noodles first with a little bit of char siu pork and bok choy. Or a little bit of chili oil. It's interesting stuff here in Singapore, actually. A little bit different.
I think it's fermented, you know.
Alright, and another star of the show, ooh, the wontons. What do you do with this? Filled with a little pork. Ooh, still some soya. That's okay. Good jalapenos. Alright, let me try to figure this out. That's amazing. Let's show this kind of. So now I mixed it all up. Just these thin noodles they have in. Thin noodles they have in Southeast Asia. Chinese spot. Malaysia and Singapore. You don't find it anywhere else. It's exactly the same. Taiwan, no. China, no. Chinatowns around the world, no. Developed down here. Ni hao ma. Chao shao. Nian. Singapore. And Quin Twin. Singapore Quin Twin. 我喜欢老椒，老椒。历史let's see 是60年，历史1965年。好吃，好吃，好吃，好吃，好吃。不知道单词，中文单词吧？好吃。Roll. You roll. Oh, inside. Inexpensive. I don't know how to say that either.
$8 for both.
$4. Singapore. I'm sweating. It's a little steamy.
100 degrees.
40 degrees C. One thing I forgot to mention, these things have meat in it. That's unique. I've never seen that actually. Super nice lady too. Crazy busy. Huge line. Still very friendly to every customer. And I like this thing that says over there. Let's support Singapore hawker culture. Art Heritage SG. It's right over there by that thing. Hello. And Michelin recommended since 2019 every year since. So,
Yeah.
good find. Ooh, I didn't do the sauce very much on the bottom. Let's get that one. Actually pretty hard to find. Not a lot of foreigners come here. You've seen a few, but mostly locals. On the second floor of some crazy building where there's food everywhere. It's super crowded. And 2016 first Michelin. Sorry, said the wrong one. Pretty hot. Okay, I like that. Good input. They got 3 things set up. Oh man. I also like the smokiness of the pork. So it's a 2-person operation. The daughter, I think, and probably the original owner's mother back there helping. Gigi. And it's just so cool, man. It's like Malaysia's similar, but it's just a little different in Singapore, the whole house set up. And the flavor.
Malaysia's more like they have it soft.
60th anniversary. She laughed when I said that. She thought I wasn't gonna like it. Man, I love it. Video much longer than I expected. A local guy. Actually, she just said, when locals wait in line, you know it's good. Which, yeah. And when we were in the line, a guy told me he got about 10 of these to go. Local guy, and he's like, I never eat at another wonton meat or wonton noodle place anywhere else in the city after I tried this one. It's his absolute favorite.
That's the best. Or the taste is, you cannot beat it. Something like that.
Yeah. It's nice. After getting those noodles, get a sugar cane juice, 103-degree day, 40 Celsius. Real feel. It's always hot down here next to the equator, straight up Malacca. This hits a spot. I love places like this, man. That was a really cool experience. such a nice lady. That was amazing. She doesn't have to be nice, you know. She was like extra nice to everybody, especially people that she could tell are foreigners and her friends and stuff.
Alright.
So we just saw this like Chinese medicine shop. I got some Baijiu from China. It's very strong, and some teas to help you detox. Before I forget what I'm gonna say, geez, the teas to help you detox and sleep, Chinese herbal medicine, and I was talking to the ladies in there and about where I'm from and working with Chinese people, and conversation started getting a little bit weird. They're like, oh, so I was saying, you know, people, Chinese have lived in America for a long time, like in California, many generations, and she was like, you know, do they feel safe now in America? We see all this stuff on TikTok, and I was like, you know, they make a lot of money, a lot of them, and what am I supposed to say? I haven't lived there in a long time. I have heard those stories about racism and stuff like that, but it got real weird, that conversation. Oh, well. What was that? All right, while I was talking about that, people with thoughts about sketchy potential war between nations things, right on this spot, 1942, during the Japanese occupation, this purging of the Chinese, now commonly known as Suqing, all ethnic Chinese males between age 1850, and in some cases women and children, were summoned to such provisional inspection sites. One was right here. Those who passed arbitrary screening were released with their faces, arms, and clothes marked with the Japanese character Ken, which translates as inspected. Others who were less fortunate were taken to remote parts of Singapore and executed for their alleged involvement in anti-Japanese activities. It is estimated that tens of thousands of people lost their lives. Well, right on this spot was one of those inspection spots. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, Singapore got it pretty bad. World War II, actually, because it was a British place. This whole area, this walk down here has actually been kind of cool. It's real historic. A lot of tourists, but also a lot of history, about 200 years, everything is old. Lots of good looking foods and interesting people. This is a cool little street. Alright, so yeah, it is cool. I've been here before. I remember this. 2017, 8 years ago. Jeez. This is a Buddhist relic, Chinese temple. They got a Hindu temple down there for the Indians. And they got a mosque at the end down there. You can see the green. All on the same street. Built like right when Singapore started, the 1820s. Cool. And here we go. I always love a metro. We got English, Chinese, Tamil, and here we go. Singapore is one of the nicer ones in the world. Strict no eating or drinking, even a water bottle inside the train. No, probably no filming either, so I'm gonna take a break on that. But I love metros. I love metros, yeah. Okay, next to the Botanical Gardens, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site for some reason. I always find those. I've never been to this one. We got the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, Embassy of the United States of America right across the street, British High Commission right there, and Australian High Commission right there. All Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Whoa. It's kind of an intense zone right next to the garden over there. Maybe not, you know, just foreign offices. Connecting plants and people since 1859. Singapore Botanical Gardens, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I always go to these if I'm near one. I sadly in Nagasaki, Japan, just missed not going to one. I didn't know one was so close. I've been to Singapore twice and haven't been to this one, so I made an effort to go this time. Here we go. World Heritage Site, I think number 61. I'll have to check that in my life. Old botanic garden built in the British times, 1859. You know, the British like their botanic gardens. I've been to a few in the UK actually. Kind of looks like a big park. There's some orchids in here. You have to be quiet.
but suppose you see the bad animal.
It's UNESCO site. There's monkeys in here.
You cannot do this. You need to not touch any animal. All the animals.
I wonder how it became a UNESCO site. Maybe it's one of the best botanic gardens in the world. Who knows? Maybe they have some rare stuff. All right, let's check it out. We're in the real jungle not that long ago. But it's kind of like the jungle in here. I don't know if they were like preserved part of the jungle, maybe, to make this. This tree looks pretty old. I don't know, but Singapore, of course, is all built up now. Little nature exists anymore, so maybe they carved this out to kind of give people some tropicalness. Interesting, because this tree is now very rare. Once traded for 2,000 years for its camphor, and it was planted here in 1942. Seeds brought over by Peninsula Malaysia, and most of the forests which were dominated by this species are long gone. So there's not many of these trees left. That's kind of cool. So it preserves the species here. All right, maybe that's why it's UNESCO. Families checking it out over there. Natural area. A robot lawnmower. If you see me coming towards yours, give me a nudge and I'll change direction. Oh. Whoop. Oh, gave him a nudge. He changed direction. Bye-bye. That's something I've never seen. Oh man, this equator sun is blazing. Let's get under some of these trees. This is really beautiful. Wow. Nice. This was a rainforest. This tree was here before the gardens were built. And it's kind of weird that we were just in like a real rainforest, but I guess it's kind of, it looks cool over there. You know, they manicured the site of a former rainforest. Let's say that. Like this is pretty, legit. But young trees, you know. Confirm it. So, the Singapore Botanical Gardens rainforest is part of the original tropical lowland forest that once spread across the island. Forest type is found in the tropical wet climate of the Köppen-Geiger classification system as one of the most diverse ecosystems on Earth, including Peninsula Malaysia, Indonesia, Borneo, and it's just getting destroyed all the time. But this one here, much of the original forest was cleared for agriculture after the colonization of the British in 1819. Like, they couldn't leave a little bit. Now it's just massive city. This is tropical rainforest accounts for less than 0.2% of Singapore's total land area now. This is one of the remaining forest fragments. I gotta go in there. Yeah, man, it's just sad. Just 1800s and on, 1900s, just chopping down ancient forest everywhere. Oh, Just took a picture for some Thai people. I was saying how many times I've been there, how much I like it. Showed them my bracelets from Ayutthaya and Wat Arun.
You have Thai wife.
Yeah, she asked if I had a Thai wife. It's so common, white guys marrying Thai girls.
What am I, his sister?
I don't think they saw you over there, but...
Well, then the guys were like, yeah, look at...
That was fun. We'll be back in Thailand in a few days, actually. Okay. Yeah, the kids are learning. Stage. This is cool here. Saw a monkey. I've seen a million monkeys, but all the other foreigners were so enthralled. I thought it was kind of cool too when I first saw a monkey. Ooh, she's taking a good selfie. There's a lake. UNESCO side. Yay! 61 I've been to in my whole life. You have been to, how many do you think? 60. Because you never went to Yosemite National Park like I did without you. But we went to 60 together.
We do everything together. Maybe I go to never go to national park.
You guys are all excited about this. This bird is crossing the road. I don't know what it is. I wonder what species it is. It must be really rare. These people are all into this. Here just cracking up and saying how Beijing Chinese sounds like. Oh yeah, to her. The way she said it. Oh man, can you open that? Anyways, I found this at a shop from China, more by Geo. I'm gonna try it now.
Good price, only $7 and more than 2 shots.
Yeah, better price. What's it called? Guo Tou Qiu. Oh. That's a straw cut. Oh my god. When I go to China, I'm gonna go crazy with this stuff.
Oh,
But it's nice.
there's a QR.
That'll wake you up. In honor of the Netherlands, which 2 people have proposed about, Happy King's Day or King's Night. It's like Netherlands National Day. This is from Netherlands. I don't think I've ever tried it. And we saw this woman dressed all in orange with a crown on going to this Netherlands Singapore party today, and they invited us, but I'm not from the Netherlands, but for you guys, my Dutch friends, and I'll have a Netherlands beer. Poor flag very often. There's a Singapore flag. And this place looks amazing, actually. The bathroom's right there. Whoa. This is that president that they really like. Former president. Heard a lot of things about that guy. Whoa. Lizzie and Robbie. Excuse me. Look at these pillars in here. This place is crazy. Swanky, baby. Ooh. You know. Alright, my phone's back charged, and finally I got it on to film this building. You know, I was thinking, though, I've been here 3 times. I filmed and took a bunch of photos of this weird spaceship building. Like, I don't need to film so much of these crazy buildings. I've seen it, I've done it, but it's still cool to see again. For sure. This way. Yeah, classic Singapore. Actually, not classic, but last 15-20 years now it's looked like this. Kind of cool. They built it up quick, and it's the same, which is kind of cool. And you know, I don't know if there will be a mass building super skyscraper craze like the early 2000s and 2010s ever again. They're building one over there. No, I'm just saying, it seemed like places built them really fast around Asia and other countries around that time. Dubai, you know, places like that. They all built them up real quick in like 2013, 2010, 2005. I don't think there'll ever be a super skyscraper building project super quickly like that ever again compared to that era. Maybe in a couple of decades. It is very fascinating. Mahatma Gandhi was buried, well, his ashes, in 1948, buried here. This big. Don't know why. Mahatma Gandhi, India's favorite guy, buried here, his ashes. I wonder what the story is behind that. I could look it up and figure out why. He was kind of like a criminal in British India in some ways. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Right here.
Security patrol in progress.
Ooh, 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 ooh. That's kind of crazy. Takes your picture. I think it stops when like people are near it. Yeah.
It watches you to see if you're doing something
Security
wrong.
patrol.
Uh-oh. Don't do something wrong. Oh, man. I wonder what it's looking for. It's probably definitely has a camera on it. What does it say?
No.
Oh, there's a first aid box for people too. That's interesting.
If you get hurt.
I've never seen something like that. Okay, here we go. Hey, good stop to do. Good spot to stop. I was gonna symbol of Singapore, the lion of the Lion City Fountain. Get a little closer there. I don't know what people's obsession. I guess it's unique. It's a lion's head. Wow, it has a fish's body. I never noticed that. Tigers used to live in Singapore, thus the tiger beer. Not lions, but it's known as the Lion City, I guess. What Singapura means. Originally established as a Sriwijaya princely place. Re-established as a British place, 1819, and now independent Singapore since 1965. Pretty cool. It's like you put, yeah, that's something like that. It's kind of cool. This is kind of cool. It's like a blurry photo, but it ends up coming us out so trippy looking. It's like trippy. I'm not gonna say what substance makes things look like that. Actually, drinking a lot sometimes can, but I'm not gonna say. Victoria Memorial Hall and Victoria Theatre. Probably one of the most powerful women of all time, Queen Victoria. You know, I'm not saying she was the most amazing person. She was behind a lot of brutal stuff going on, but she was the queen of the British Empire, like when they were here and all kinds of stuff was going on, man. Queen Victoria, she was queen for like 50 years too. I've seen her statues and stuff named after her all over the world. She was a savage. Victoria. Such a cool name too. You know, you can't, yeah, you know, obviously she had a lot of people under her empire, but Queen Victoria was crazy, man. If you like look into the history, one of the most powerful women of all time. Good obelisk, the ancient Egyptian symbol of power, based on the male phallus. I'm guessing this is like a World War I monument. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know what it is exactly, but oh, weird. All the things are scraped out that were on the side. Whoa, don't want to fall here. Yeah, whoa. No meaning. I'm sure at one point a bunch of stuff was written right there. Oh, it still is. It's really faded. Crazy. I can't even read it. Crazy. It looks like someone put like cement over it. I almost could see one of the panels, but that one I could not. That was in Arabic. All right, I've seen a similar thing before in Sarawak. They put all the language. Something happened in 1850. All right, so it's not World War I. That was in Tamil. Guessing this one's in Chinese. Yeah. Maybe. Yes. All right. Man, that one's really worn also. All right, this one's in English. Erected by the European, Chinese, and native inhabitants of Singapore to commemorate the visit in the month of February 1850 of the most noble, the Marquis of Dalhousie, Governor General of British India, on which occasion he emphatically recognized the wisdom of liberating commerce from all restraints, under which enlightened policy this settlement has rapidly obtained its present rank among British possessions, and with which its future prosperity must be identified. All right, didn't catch all that. The wisdom of liberating commerce from all restraints, under which enlightened policy this settlement has rapidly obtained its present rank among British possessions, with which its future prosperity must ever be identified. Oh my God. Well, that's kind of a powerful statement, you know, because the Strait of Malacca, British India, fully controlled by 1850, and also Hong Kong and some other stuff. Lots of trade coming from East Asia and South Asia through this region, dominated by the British. You know, they were like, no one's gonna mess with this, man. No one's gonna mess with this. And really, they never did until 1940 or 30s with the Japanese. These British colonial places, you know, you can think what you want about colonialism, but it's set up the positioning for something like the country of Singapore to exist, man. There's no doubt about it. World-changing history. They did it. They had the opportunity. They went for it. A lot of horrible shit happened, of course. Exploitation, terrible things to human beings. But a lot of money was exchanged, things learned, cultures mixed, worldwide commerce started, and now we have skyscrapers. An obelisk from 1850. Hate on the guy. I guess that's Raffles, I'm thinking right there. That is a gangster pose. Look at that, with his arms crossed. Like, yeah, I set up this joint. That's pretty gangster. Looking over at the sea. That's cool, actually. This building is pretty, very cool too. There we go. You don't see that a lot compared to other countries. There's a Singapore flag flying proud up there on top of the Parliament building. I like it. You know, flags are important. Flags are important. Crazy. These are huge. That one looks like an alien right there. This one, it's like, what am I doing here? How do I get here? You gotta couple this one. Oh, sorry, but look at these. Wow. On the big party, young person region, a lot of crazy stuff going on where we're staying. There's this place 24 hours. Where you can get some dishes. We're here. We got so much. Hell yeah. They're just like all these drunk people. It's amazing. Actually, it's pretty cool. Woo-hoo-hoo, that looks crazy. Fish ball craziness.
There he is if you want to order something.
Freaking idea. Having like a 24-hour Singapore food bar on the entertainment street. Whoa, these are like really saucy noodles. Oh my god, this looks crazy. Here he comes with the beers. Live band is doing Sweet Caroline.
They're doing a show tonight. This band here is eating. They're doing a show. I was listening.
Haha, there's a beer. Bijou. Da Bing. La Hu. Bijou. 谢谢你. Yes, Singapore, yes. Alright. This one's interesting. It's like minced pork and little, like, tiny pieces of pork, saucy noodles, and an egg. There's Singapore maniacs. Actually, I don't know. I think there's bigger Singapore maniacs than us.
Why would you?
So that's the other dish we ordered. Oh, it's amazing. Very fishy, that one. Ooh. Our hostel, first food spot. I guess we're getting this for brunch, breakfast-ish. Neighborhood right in the center of Singapore. This street and the street around here is so crazy at night. Oh, come on. Well, that's a hearty meal for a day of activity. Nice. Definitely different than the Taiwan style braised beef, with some similarities though. And they got lao jiao yo chili oil. I'm definitely putting that in there. Maybe I'll try it first without it. Hello. Singapore braised beef noodles. Try it. it looks like it's already a little spicy. Yes, big beefy broth. Try a piece of this. Oh, our house. Good noodles. Super hot. Yeah, that's very spicy already, but I got one of my world's most favorite things here. Chinese chili oil. Lao Jiao Yo. So I'm gonna add to it. Oh, just going crazy, man. You know a Chinese place is good when the staff is talking loudly in the background. Yelling about something. Seems like, but probably not. That's when you know Chinese place is good. Oh, I love the chili oil. It makes it so much better. Ooh, there's an egg in there too. This is just what it's all about, man. This is quite good food. After just being on an island with like limited options for a month, it's really amazing. The last couple days. Beef noodle soup just warms your soul. Jingdao is a scenic area near Chongqing with mountains, a gorge. I think maybe this is what this is named after. Maybe the people came here from there, some of them or something. I don't know, but that's good. Oh my god. And it comes with a little side of braised
Pickle vegetable.
pickle, not braised pickles. I remember so well from many times. Going off back there. Whoop, now they're laughing about something. Bok choy in there. Broth is almost the best part. I feel like it's so healthy for you. Comes with a good jasmine tea. My headache is instantly gone.
You had a headache?
I did.
You're dehydrated.
Yeah, a lot of chocolate tiger. There's some Chinese beers I've never seen in the fridge. Might come back later. Yeah. Cool staff back there on some techno. I like it. Dunka, 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 dunka. Oucha, oucha. Nyo Mian. Tang. I forget how to say braised, but so soft meat. Blue roll.
Blue roll. That's with braised pork. It's the same. Blue roll bomb.
Jingdao 牛肉面。新加坡。I just hate it, man. How my favorite genre of music that I love in the 80s, 90s especially. 2000s, 2010s had some high moments too, especially 2000s has turned mostly into this. I tried a couple years ago to like kind of understand it and why people like it, get into it and be like, oh, the beats are good, but yeah, no, Anything that has that kind of thing they do, and they just they're talking about nothing. I can't do it. Actually, almost 95 to 99% of modern hip hop rap that I hear, I'm just like, no. And I wanted to come back to this area in the far northeast of Singapore, where they have a brewery here and a beach and this little island we might go to.
Oh my gosh, it
Do
is
the
the same.
Yeah, pour your own beer. It's actually pretty expensive, so we're not going here. You have the shirt. I thought you gave it away. You didn't wear it. Oh my God, we're back. Right. So there's like the sea here. There's a little island over there where it's like they say what Singapore used to be like a jungle kampong village kind of place. We might go there, but maybe not. But there's this little beach park. I just wanted to come back down here. Just fishermen, boats going out. We're back. So mission accomplished. Near the airport, there goes another plane. We'll get another good shot. All right, here's this beach. So one thing is, if I'm in a country and there's a beach, I must swim in it. And this is one country now that I've been to 3 times where I never swam at the beach. And the other one I need to redo is Japan because it was winter. I didn't do it. So now I'm gonna do it. I'm a weird person. Whenever I see a sea or water, I usually jump in. So now's the time to go swimming in Singapore at this beach. In 2019, I said I was gonna come back. Oh my God, I'm a crazy person. There's another one coming in. Folks, you love that. Right over part of Indonesia, I think. Do this too, what's out there? These are actually a couple islands that belong to the country of Singapore. That's inhabited, it looks like. And to go out that way a little bit, you get to Peninsula Malaysia, Johor Bahru area. Where Malaysia Peninsula, the Kra Isthmus, the Malay Peninsula, where Thailand and Burma and Malaysia and everything ends, Asia ends. All out there, down there, way out there in the distance, past those islands. The end of Asia. Land, continuous land of Asia. Actually, right over there, most southern point. That's kind of interesting, geographically. The end of Asia. Southern, South, I've been to the end of Asia and the southern tip of India too. That's kind of cool. Changi Airport. So this is one country I've been. I had a chance to go swimming and didn't. 2019, I said I was going to come back to this spot. 6 years later, give or take, I'm here. And now I'm ready to swim. Let's see. Alright, I just saw Chinese Singaporean doing some ritual right there. So he went down on his knees like a Taoist way. He put these incense here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he did a prayer, I think, to Matsu, the goddess of the sea in Chinese folk religion. And facing this direction is interesting because technically, I guess, you know, that way is China. It has part of Peninsula Malaysia and around where Vietnam is, and Hainan Island and Guangdong is technically that way. So maybe that had something to do with it. Then he took a bucket of water, seawater, and brought it with him. left. I think when it got in a car, I don't know what he was going to do with that, but that was interesting. I'd never seen that before. Hey, prayers to Matsu, China's sea goddess. So that island over there, that was the original idea coming here. When I was like, I'm gonna go back there and do this, someone told me about this. They said they got this island that's like preserved nature, part of Singapore, how Singapore used to be like hundreds of years ago before the build-up, you know, for British, I guess, really, like a village over there. Jungle, wild boars, monkeys, but you could ride a bike around it. But you know what, I was just like, now, here, I was just on a tiny, way more amazing beach than Jungle Island like a couple days ago for a month, so I don't really need to see that. That's like if someone to escape the city. Oh, there's other people swimming here. That was good to see. Thought it might be a little dirty. It was a little kind of oil slicky, but not bad. Other people were swimming. Good too. All right, bye beach. I can't find the sign where they had the thing about the Australian nurses, young Australian nurses getting beheaded on this beach. That's crazy, but this kind of explains something. So, Changi gained prominence during World War II when the Japanese forces occupied Singapore. They used Changi Prison, we rode by that, originally built by the British in 1936 as a prisoner of war camp. Thousands of Allied soldiers were detained under harsh conditions, mostly British and Australians, I think. Changi Beach became a site of significant wartime events during the Japanese occupation of Singapore. The beach was one of several locations where Japanese forces carried out the Su Ching massacre, systematic extermination of Chinese males suspected of anti-Japanese activities. Many victims were executed along the beach, and the area has been a site of memorialization and remembrance ever since. So maybe that has something to do with that prayer that guy did here. Maybe that was like one of his ancestors, grandpas. Oh, I got killed here. Sketch someone did and some more information, like male civilians were machine gunned on this shore on 22nd February 1942. The victims were then buried in mass graves. Oh, lovely. Mass graves are under here somewhere. Crazy. Yeah, that's interesting. Really document this. It's even in Japanese here. These are all World War II sites on Singapore. We're at that Road 20. This is a cool system. You pay, you get a card and you pour your own craft beer. And there's so many. And yeah, minimum is 20 Singapore dollar. It does, you know, you fill it up. Oh, that's not bad. 330.
All
right, let's get the cup. Grab your glass, and I'm gonna get the Australian Pale Ale. Oh, she's doing it already. That's a cool system. Where's Australian? No, I don't know. Yeah, this one right here.
This one's yours. Sorry. This one.
I'm gonna get the lager too, because you didn't have the Australian one, so I'm gonna do this one. All right. Touch card here, and whoa, there we go. Pour. Wow. Oh, it's going. All right. Cool. The 2025 edition, Eye of the Tiger. That's nice. I love this big fan behind me. I was just telling the lady, I've been all these hot places. Borneo, Dubai, India, you know, summer in Taiwan. All these places are crazy, crazy hot. California gets crazy hot, you know, like Sacramento and Death Valley I've been to. I don't know what it is. Malacca is crazy hot. Singapore, I sweat. I always sweat. It's like really, really heat. I've been on the equator, Borneo, Indonesia. I don't know what it is. Even when it's cloudy, super humid. Time for a good small beer. I was just reminiscing about when we were here in 2019, like January, February 2019. talking the lady's ear off over there because I always love to do that with bartenders or craft brewery workers. I'm always talking. Hey, you know what we did? I like this. We've been doing that. Talking about our travels, and I just realized when we were here last time, this was like the last day before we left Asia for good. We flew from Singapore
After being here for 2 weeks.
to Berlin, Germany.
Yeah.
We were out.
We're in Berlin. For a
Crazy.
week.
Yeah. That's crazy. And then
That
through
seems
lots
long.
of European times, and then through COVID, and Asia was locked down forever. Finally got back into Asia, East Asia, 2022. And I've been here ever since. All right. West Coast, where I'm from, man. West Coast, California, is where West Coast IPA was invented. We're trying to Singapore kind, EDH, I forget what exactly that means, but Little Island Brewing Company. I love this place. Second time here since 2019. The party open. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. So this one, ooh, now I'm at 38.70, 39, 30. It does say my name. All right, perfect pour. Infamous Kingfisher Strong, my old favorite in my days in India. I used to get the big bottles on the beaches of Goa, in the renegade shops all around the country, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, where it's from. We saw the original person.
Yeah, if you can stay at the
skyscraper.
Marriott, you can
The
see
guy.
across the way.
Yeah, he escaped the law from evading taxes
only
in
stayed
some
there
crazy situation.
of a
But it's
kid.
but it's based on. Actually, let me try it.
But I know you Americans got those Marriott points. It's a great Marriott. by
Yep,
the
that's
way.
the same. Actually, a little different. In the
Same
glass
thing,
bottle's the best, but drank a shitload of these when I was halfway crazy in India. How are you supposed to deal with India? Anyways, I found this in Singapore.
There's a golfing group.
That's kind of cool. Cheers to India. I hope the my gummy bear. That's a cool place, man. I like that. Look at that.
on, Ray,
Plants
Ray.
integrated into trees. Building around Singapore is kind of a fun thing. Maybe China will be like this. Drinking up my old favorite beer from India. Seeing all the crazy food everywhere that I would love to try, but can only try a few. These are recycled in. Everything's clearly labeled. Everything's smooth, easy. There's a Dai Tao Feng, Taiwan. There's McDonald's. Buses are smooth. This girl like Vietnam, I think. Xin chào, xin chào. And yeah. Nice. Look. B network. They got the US dollar on there. Maybe it could mean Singapore dollar, but Russia, Ulos, Luxembourg, that's random. Kazakhstan, Pakistan. They always like Pakistan, China for some reason. Thailand, Taiwan, Singapore, Singapore, Laos, Laos, Canada, Argentina, Brazil, Bashi, and Qatar. Achieving prosperity with the RMB network. Ooh. And things. Ooh, Sichuan Tsai. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. People are stopping. People are talking Dongbei Tsai. Northern Sichuan Tsai. Vegetables, I think that means? I don't know. It's kind of touristy. Taste of tradition since 1938, though. Ahi meetup. Ahi and Hoo meetup. Good music going on. It's got the Erhu. I love the Erhu. Erhu. Cool architecture and Lulian. I've tried my share of that, man. Lulian, Wo Shi Huan. Shi Huan, Shi Huan. Oh, I can smell it. Wu Song Wang. Found another. Is this it? Zhongguo La Mian Xiaolong Bao. Yes, this is it. Alright, well, let's try it. Alright, this is kind of cool actually. This place, just randomly near where we're going right now. First to earn a Michelin star, Hawker Chan. Open daily till sold out. And it's sold out. Singapore offers the world's cheapest Michelin star meal. Hundreds queue. Hawker Chan soya sauce, chicken rice. Mo, this is really interesting actually. This place right here, Chinese ramen place. We didn't get that though, but we got a lot of stuff, yes. Jiaozi.
Plum vinegar, by the way. Why are you doing this in the line? Wait, you're gonna need to put that away. 'Cause I'm gonna need you.
没有 Oh, 老椒油.
I think you should.
Okay. Something amazing. Another Michelin recommended second floor hawker stall. Chili oil covered dumplings. Lao jiao you jiaozi.
Szechuan restaurant.
Ouch. Goes good with the beer. That's so good. Next we have this.
Oh, did you say
I'll try this second. Very good. Classic Xiaolong Bao. Take a little bite. I'm just gonna do this by hand. Great pork inside there. Lu fan. And what I love to do, put some chili oil inside it. How Oh, Ah. That's okay. Alright.
Oh, so then he tried to say, why go ran? And I said, maybe why go ran? I said,
Most things are from Chengdu.
well, this is Sichuan. I saw a few Chengdu restaurants, and then I see here is Beijing, but that's different, obviously.
Let me do this Xiaolong Bao proper. Ah.
She made the dirty table, remember? Everyone should have a clean table.
I can never do this properly. Well, good regardless. 我的胖子唐人街新加坡好吃食物啊，胖子食物和啤酒，唐人街新加坡。我在哪里啊？谢谢你。Yeah, yes. 下次见。Alright, sorry everybody, I didn't translate what that meant exactly. I said in Chinese, pretty good, they understood me. I said, I am fat. From Chinatown, Singapore, I feel fat. From the delicious food in Chinatown, Singapore. In Mandarin Chinese, and they were all about it. I did pretty good. From the food and beer in Chinatown, Singapore. I wish I knew a few more words to make it a little better, but they seem to like it. Another life. Ooh, it's cool. I think we gotta go out here. I think, yes. By San Francisco Chinatown's own Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, with Durian, Lulian, his nunchucks, Tang Renjie, Zhou Jin San, Bruce Lee. But of course, oh, it does say Bruce Lee right there. He moved to China and Hong Kong and, you know, had a career. But he was born in our same area, like the fortune cookie. Every time, Hindu places, every time. I like it. They're very accepting too. They're very ancient. Mariman, the goddess. I like that kind of stuff, man. Oh, what is wrong with this camera lately? Come on. Jay Mariman. Oh, wow. There's a lot of history in there, man. 1826. Point inside. Oh, excuse me, man. Cool little shop. I think it's Korean, not sure, but they have some interesting beers I've never seen. Some from Russia, Moscow. Some from India. Some from some other places. A lot of soju. That's what I think.
You got the local ones
Yeah, you
down
got
here.
some from China. I've tried a lot of these, but yeah, Singapore hipster. But I'm getting two things, which is. Oh, that was supposed to be photo. Well, this is a Russian beer, Ruskaya, that I found here from Moscow. That I'm gonna try now.
My clients say there's a lot of them in Moscow and St. Petersburg, craft beer. Well,
That's interesting. I don't know if exactly that's beer. That might be something else. Honey mead or something.
well,
I'll look it up later. Well, let's keep it moving. You try it. Zhongwen Pijiu. Ruski Piva out here. Oh, Singapore. Korosho. Cheers. Wait, do that again so I can get it. Whoa. All right, let's go this way. Ooh, all right, we're going now, finishing the loop we gave up on yesterday here. The obelisk, big financial towers, the old British State House, Performance Hall, whatever, clock tower. All right, let's keep going with the loop. At the lion statue is where we ended the loop yesterday. Now we're gonna keep it going this way and keep it rolling on this great walk that everybody does, from people around the world. 100 countries probably come down here every day. It's at least ethnically the country they're from. 100 different countries. Who knows where they live or whatever. That's always confusing. But ethnically, 100, let's say it like that, 100 different ethnicities come down here every day. And one of the best, coolest urban walks probably in the world. Yeah, it's crowded today. It's a Saturday. Woohoo! She's taking the cutesy pictures over there with the eyelid thing, and she got the eyelid thing and she went like this. Oh, it's amazing. All right, let's keep it going. Oh, the red lights are going. Look, purple. The water show started again. Too much volcano. Singapore, TT. A little bit construction-fied, but looks like this is what they're building, a big like concert hall. They're having like a military parade there with tanks and helicopters to show what it's gonna look like, but actually that looks kind of cool. They'll probably have lots of events, but that's what they're doing here. So we're cut off for a second. Oh, I always hate that. That's a much more realistic view. So it's gonna be a sports stadium on the waterfront with different things going on, whatever they need. Cool. The Helix Bridge. This is a little bit of a bust right now. I remember it was like super colorful and like whoa, it was like a time warp going through it. I guess they can't do that all the time.
And there's too much construction.
They're building a stadium right there, which is kind of crazy. Look at that. That's going to be a huge stadium. I don't know
Why is it a football stadium? No
what
one
it's
plays
for.
football here.
I don't know what it's for.
Picture showing football.
But they're going to do something there. The uni students are happy. That's not why they're happy. There's the super trees. I've seen them before. I think that area is closed right now, but it's an interesting system. There's that crazy thing. Maybe not. Alright, this one place. But these things you could play with down there. I remember this place. Poutine. Yeah.
This way.
There's the super trees. They're a little bit more lit up right this second. There's this crazy building. You gotta go through the mall over there. Ooh, it's cool every time you see it. Just some social commentary while I'm here. Not really about this, but what's with the European guys' full beard look lately? Kind of interesting. Like I keep on, well, there's this like guy that lives in Thailand. He's like British or something. He has the full beard. He makes like videos that are kind of cool, you know, on Instagram or something. I'm like, oh, this guy's kind of cool. And I've seen like maybe 20 guys here that look like it's exact same person, and it's not him. I look and I'm like, oh, that's not him. But they have the full beard look, European, from somewhere. I don't know, Germany, Netherlands, probably a ton of other countries. But it's an interesting thing. Like age, I don't know, 18 to 30 maybe. Full beard look. What's with that? All right, we're in this cool building. There's a bunch of stuff going in there. I just heard some Russian ladies, a mom and a daughter, talking da. I think the world just needs to accept the Russians, man. They're gonna be where they be, do what they do. All right, here's the bays.
Where's my tulip exhibition?
Ah, freaking hell! We never looked up exactly where that is. We're at the super trees. Let's go in there. I think they're going there. Alright, that's kind of cool. Hello, super trees. Forget exactly what these were built to do. Some amazing environmental thing. You could go below them, yes. Did you bring the whom?
I don't know.
Nah, shit. Filming right now, Mom? I don't know. I'm under the trees. Ooh, the super trees. I forget. They do some kind of water, air pollution collection. Something amazing. I read in National Geographic magazine so long ago. It's very cool. The view is horrible. Sorry about that. Our last thing we had to see in Singapore, the super trees. I'm sorry. There's some dinosaurs. Dinosaur fun. Triceratops, Velociraptor, and I forget that one's name. Alright. 100% Vanessa's favorite flower, filled with them. Tiger lilies. Whoa. That's what it looks like.
Imagine waking us and going there for the conference.
What? That's a rooftop pool if I ever seen one. Something. Constant water pool. Of luxury from the, what is that? The sands. I don't know what I was gonna say, but the hotel with the top with the pool, the three things, whatever it's called, and then this massive mall, and it's all connected, and all these designer clothes, and people walk in from all over the world and shopping with their clothes and everything. I came in here one time dressed exactly like this, 2017, Curiosity Street, nice shirt. And I felt like shit. I was just like, I'm broke. I don't got no money, man. I shouldn't be in a place like this. And now, fuck it. I'll walk around anywhere I want. Doesn't matter. It's all just facades. It's interesting to see, though. British football fans. Because I was running to the can. But this said it's a Victorian English bar, and I was like, what's better than that? Alright, we're gonna watch this game. This is tough for the Warriors right now. We're out there, Spark, Butler, we got the blanket going. 22-18 right now, second quarter. Going on a plane late. Come on, guys, do this somehow. It's gonna be tough. And the old Hokkien Chinese workers coming in the early 1800s, 1820s, talking over some food. I think is what it symbolizes, something like that. Great Warriors win! Ooh, the place I wanted to go to, I planned today, is closed on Sundays for Kwai Tiao. Ooh, Taiwanese pork belly bun. I like those. But we're gonna find some others. That's alright. Look. Ko Ro Bao. Everything I go to has been coming down the street. Here we are in the daytime, the Hindu temple. Down there's that cool building. Over there's the old mosque. One more time. Okay. And lots of good food options on this street. Things are closed on Sunday, as maybe some people can see. And I think they have the old Sunday off rest day from the old Anglican Christian day for church. Probably that tradition carries over to this day. Not everything, but a lot of places, hawker stalls. Interesting. Sunday, last day. Nice cars, nice things. That's where I think I'll find some socks. I need some socks. Maybe we should go over there real quick. Want to cross? You want to eat? Okay, it's over here then. It's a little bit more of a touristy spot, Maxwell, but it's open, less hawker experience. Let's do it. I'm looking for a fried kwai tiao. What did you just say? Oh, the smells, the smells. Chicken. All right, I'm not looking for what I'm trying to get. Hainan chicken rice, I do love that one. Been eating a lot of noodles. Let's check. One of our favorites, Chengdu Sichuan style Lao Jiao Dan Dan Mian. You enjoy? I'm gonna try a Singapore favorite, Singapore and Malaysia. Fried kwai tiao, that's what I want. I'm speaking only Chinese today. I see a couple days of practice, I've got much better. People understanding me. They told me this one is actually from China. The other one is for import, the regular bottle. So it's a new beer. 2000 something it says on there. I don't know what it means, but fried kwai tiao, but this crispy pork, duck, char siu. You could get a mix. Oh man, yes. I gotta get this. Third time in 3 days standing in the line for a place in Singapore, the hawker stalls. Always has been worth it the last 2 times. And this one, I think also. Wait, my kwai tiao place wasn't open today. Oh man, this was crazy. She was trying to teach me to say it. Kao ya.
Alright, I'm gonna go get the
Chao xiao. Chu. 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 Churro. Chu xiao. Oh. I got real nervous ordering this. I was doing good with the Chinese today, but Kao ya. Roasted duck. Chow chow. Char siu. Whoa. Wait. That roasted duck is crazy good. Put these little noodles to them. Alright. Barbecue pork kind of chow xiao or char siu. Oh wow. And leaving the best for last. Chu xiao, crispy pork, roast pork. She said, I always knew it Beijing Chinese juro. She said churro. It's a little bit different here. I was talking to a guy in line. He said, good job. I said, Singapore Chinese, Taiwan Chinese, and Beijing Chinese is like, it's like UK, Australia, and USA English. All three, same language, but a little bit different. Yeah.
Our Singapore is English.
Yeah, different. Yeah, that, yeah.
Short form. Not like UK, very long sentence. By the time I say, shut up, just one word only. Okay.
Anyways, I did pretty good.
你去台湾啊？你过
对
台湾啊？
6月 Taiwan down. And Beijing, Guangzhou, Beijing人. Singapore a little bit. Malaysia. Yeah, Malaysia. That was a really cool experience. Last hawker place, this family over here. They were so nice. Woman was brother and 2 older sisters. The oldest was 89. The other woman, I think, said she was 84. The other guy, hold this, Mom. He was 78. They were talking to us. Her family lives in California. Bye-bye. There they are. Oh, I got a picture with them. Bye-bye. They were so nice, talking to us half in English, half in Chinese. Shared our table with them. That was so cool. That was like meant to be. And I think I saw a professional Taiwan baseball player walk by. Wow, look at this Hainan rice. Jin Zhao Yongshi wins today. Yes, Jin Zhao Yongshi. Curry. Okay, oh my God, this one's popular. Look at that. Awesome. Hawkers. Renmin, the people, the citizens beer. I mean, this is pretty cool. They make about 10 different beers. This was a New England IPA. What translates to you better worry because it's really strong, 8%. So cool. Oh, Dibuchi. Okay, it's a little too crowded here, but this is one of the cool things I see in the Hawker Center. Steve Kerr fan that was a Bulls fan of the Jordan era. Renmin Digio. I put this one in my untapped an accident, so I gotta buy it. That's how it goes. This guy's nice. These people are nice. Some people coming around.
Oh, we have a lager.
We're obsessed with craft beer. What it sounds like to me, at least. North American accents.
He has the shirt from here.
Yeah, I think he might live here. Something like that. Who knows what's going on with everybody in Singapore? You'll never know the story of someone in Singapore. There's 100 different ethnicities.
When you give us
thousands, millions of stories of why people are here, when their family came, who, what, when, why they moved here, why they're here now.
There must be a regular, a bigger brand in because they haven't seen the t-shirts.
Just this?
Yes. Anyways, I like this place. Renmin. It's a really cool final experience of a hawker center. Real quick run here, but have to practice lots of Chinese. Need to improve. JJ. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, they're driving. He's explaining to his boy. He said, "Stop."
Ray?
They're in there. This is interesting. Audi. This little strip right here. I didn't catch it on like the wildest times on video, but it's kind of an interesting thing. Michelin in this place. Good food. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, no, we have a friend to catch. Thank you. On like Friday and Saturday, and the camera turned off for part of that. Who knows what it caught, what I said or what it did said. But I didn't come down here and film in like the wildest times. It's the area where Singapore began, basically modern Singapore, 1819. And it's all these restaurants, bars, and like on Friday night and Saturday night, even Thursday night, probably every night. It's super crazy here. It's like thousands of people, young people, uni students they call them, and all kinds of wild stuff going on. It's expensive, but it's definitely an experience. Indian places, seafood places, all kind. Hello, Paisab. I'm okay. Nendri, Nani, Danevad. Checheni, Gamsia. I got a specific place I'm going. Right here. I think this is it. No. Last little stop. Indian and Mexican. What a combination. What happened? Anyways, it's wild here on Saturday. It's very interesting. We got a flight to catch. Just wanted to come in down here one more time and go to this specific place, Georgetown. Where's Georgetown? Georgetown, where are you? It's up here somewhere. Oh, hello. Hello, Paisab. Hello, I'm okay. Looking for my friends up here. Thank you. Maybe later. Where is this place, man? It's all the way at the end, damn it. Beijing. Singapore barbecue.
License rings.
Yeah. What?
Happy hour, so it's a 90 beers.
Where is that place? All right, I gotta turn the fucking hell. It ain't my fault. It's the name of the beer from Germany, Deutschland. 10. Right now.
10.
Haven't tried it. Ooh. Yeah, oh yeah, that's that old
Oh my gosh.
Deutschland.
Great, look.
Woohoo! Cool. Got the Singapore frozen foamy beer. Try it, try it.
They don't.
Try it.
Ugh, too bloated.
We've been indulging in all kinds of things here. You don't seem like you like that.
No.
That's what you're supposed to do. Oh. That is kind of weird. It probably gets a little easier to get to the beer below after. I don't know what that's all about, but this is cool beer. Bye bye, Singapore. 再见. This Wild Bar Street area is actually the oldest street in all of Singapore, and they have to like, well, I don't know. Bye bye. Thank you. You're so nice. This place, I love this place. So they got to keep like the original. They can't build like super crazy, but you know, place go inside it. They gotta have the original air. I forget what she told me, but all right. One last view of this, you know, iconic harbor walk, man. It's nice, man. I just missed the best. There we go. Okay, there's the actual Malacca Strait.
Lots of fishing.
No,
What's that
shipping.
flying in the air?
Yeah, see, that looks like a crazy fighter jet or something.
Oh.
But that's interesting to see. I like that.
Hello, Malacca Strait. How are you? These are some interesting.
All right, we're in ultra cool Changi Singapore Airport. I would say it's one of the best in the world. Everything's so smooth. It's like you go through the freaking lines. Nobody's freaking out. Everyone's like, all right, just go.
You put your bags and they can
Thank
see
you, sir.
Well, actually,
It's like-
they reorganize my stuff. You don't even need to take out your laptop. It's so silly
amazing.
nowadays.
The tiger. Boldly refreshing. Where's the Tiger Den logo? Calling my name before we get up out of here. It was a quick 3-day romp. Maybe this will be a vlog. I don't know where it goes. Tiger. No, did it say the Tiger Den? Tiger Den. Where a tiger sleeps.
Oh, you can even get us a shirt. Come on.
It's a nice ass airport.
We didn't even go to
Look at all that food up there. Oh, they probably got some amazing food up there.
before.
Oh, Tiger Den.
We're so
We ate a lot before, I guess. Well, some footy. Very fat here. Ooh, you can even get a shirt. You're right. Look at that. Den with two very British sports on there: football and
You
rugby.
didn't tell people where the Tigers in is. It is in Terminal 4.
Rugby, football,
By G.
rugby, footy. What?
Terminal 4 by the W.H.S. Smith Book and the International Food Court.